Okay, just because it's all natural does not make it safe for human consumption. So please, I beg you, please, please, please talk to your doctor first. Talk about HRT. And if that doctor is still of the old school mindset, you need to go to menopausesociety.org and find somebody who is registered with them, who has studied, excuse me, studied menopause and perimenopause, excuse me again, menopause, who has studied menopause and perimenopause and understands what the new study has shown. And the new study has shown it prevents heart problems, it prevents breast cancer, it prevents bone loss, it promotes muscular skeletal, um, you know, cohesion and gets rid of those aches and pains. It brings back your energy. It helps you absorb the nutrients you need. Because when you're going through perimenopause, the drop in hormones affects every single part of your body as a woman. So it is so important to talk to your doctor or find one who is up to date with the new studies. And even in my doctor's office, I finally, after 8 years of going through this, found an amazing doctor who sadly is retiring in 2 years, who has helped me tremendously. We figured out that I was iron deficient, that I needed an ablation, and we figured out all my issues were hormone related. And I can, email her now and be like, look, all these symptoms are coming back. Can we increase my estroidal? And she does it without even having to see me because we have such good communication about this topic. Now, the surgeon who is also a part of that office who did my ablation, wonderful surgeon, but he didn't have the same training. And when I asked him, how will I know I go into menopause? Because an endometrial ablation stops your periods and stops the monthly bleed. He said, you won't. And I go, what do you mean I won't? Can't they test my hormones, like my FSH or FHS? The follicle stim FSH. I had to say the word to get it out. Um, but I was like, they can test that, can't they? And he goes, well, I suppose, but that's not going to determine that. I'm like, that's how they determine, so the difference in training between somebody who has specifically devoted their time to menopause and perimenopause and a gynecologist and a gynecological surgeon on top of it who has not had any training in it is massive. The difference in knowledge is massive. So what can we do about this? How do we know what products to use? Because I also don't believe there's a lot of wonderful products out there, but a lot of them have parabens, which, our skin is sensitive to at this time frame. I have eczema, so I can't use anything with parabens. Um, there's silicone, there's plastic, there's all sort, the um petroleum, okay? Petroleum jelly is okay, but it's not safe for long-term use. It's not safe to always use. So I got to thinking about this because I'm going through that stage of feminine dryness, and my mind and my body are not matching up. I really love having fun with my husband. However, the products that are out there today kept irritating me, kept giving me sores, kept, I felt I would bleed afterwards and have vaginal tears and oh, oops, I used that word. I would bleed afterwards and have tears in the tissue, and it wasn't fun for me. And it got to the point where I'm like, just don't touch me. And that had to be fixed, okay? Because we enjoy being together. So I'm like, what can I do about this? What can I do? So I started researching things that have been medically researched on natural ingredients that are safe for feminine use. And I created a dual product, and I'm patent pending with this formula.